Are you not tired of working so many hours, taking shift upon shift, working overtime upon overtime? And you do all this work and at the end of the day, there's little or nothing to show for it. If this is your case, please come closer. I have something for you. I have made this kind of video in the past, but because I've got so many new subscribers join the community, I just thought to make this video again, just to carry everybody along, and I believe it to be useful for one or two people in this community. I know you're wondering, what exactly am I talking about? I'm diving right in. I'm not faffing around here. If you're interested in investing in yourself and improving on your career development and personal development, please keep watching. Now, this opportunity is for people that are interested in working in the education system. And I'm talking about working in the childcare sector. I'm just going straight to what I would do if I were in your shoes. Okay, first of all, if you're a graduate, it doesn't matter the discipline, as long as you're a graduate and you live in the UK legally. So what I would do is I will look around me and I will look for childcare setting like nurseries, preschool, or even primary school, and that would be the reception class. And I will be sending my CV to as many of these settings as possible. You can even walk in and leave your CV with the receptionist. I can tell you for free that this sector is always in need of staff. The early years education sector is always on the lookout for people joining them. As long as you're working in an early years setting, you have access to so many trainings. Let me give you this expo. If you want things to work for you quickly, put your application and apply for a nursery assistant. Or if you're applying in the primary school, you'll be applying as an assistant teacher. For the teacher's assistant position, some school may need it to be experienced already or have a form of qualification for that. When you apply, obviously you prepare for the interview. Let's just say you get the job as a nursery assistant and you start working. Take everything on board, like the procedures and the policies. Make sure you take everything on board and try to implement it in your day-to-day routine in the nursery. See what other people are doing and you learn as you go. The manager or the deputy or whoever is in charge of training will arrange for so many trainings for you, so many relevant trainings for you. These trainings are short courses that you can complete in no time. Whilst you're completing those short trainings, you need to ask them for this specific training. It is the Early Years Teachers Training Program. I'm going to leave the name in the description box so you can take it and know the exact training to ask for. Most childcare settings, most early years settings are looking for people that would actually do this training because they get paid. It really works for the nursery, especially for the nursery management, if they have people doing this training. It helps them in retaining staff and having high quality staff in the setting. And they get a good incentive for any staff that enrolls in this particular course. So it's a win-win situation. You're working, you're learning, and you're earning. I'm sure you're going to smash it because I know my Nigerian people, like, our brains are very hot, especially when it comes to academics. Anyway, you get support from your tutor and you definitely get support from the manager of this setting. The course on paper is 1 year, but trust me, in 9 months you finish it because of the UK school calendar. It starts in September and you finish in July of next year, which is less than 1 year. Technically, you'll be completing the course in 9 months if you're really on top of it. The good thing about this whole thing is once you finish, you'll be awarded an early years teacher's qualification, and my dear, that is huge. This means that you can be a teacher in an early years setting. Now you can decide where you want to be. If you are in a nursery or in a preschool, you'll be one of the senior practitioners there, which means you're part of management. Your role mainly would be to make sure that the early years curriculum is well implemented in the setting. This opens you up for so many opportunities, like being the manager of the setting or deputy manager of the setting or a senior practitioner or an early years lead, or you can be a room leader. There's so many opportunities that comes with this qualification. I decided to bring this update today because I'm tired of seeing people working so hard and not going anywhere with it. I understand that the early years sector is struggling, it's not well funded. Truthfully, that would be the general outcome of the early years sector in the UK. But I know this will come in very handy for Nigerians in the UK because of our specific or unique situation. Even though the sector is not well funded, depending on the setting, for me I think the pay is better than what you get working as a warehouse operative, or as a cleaner, or even as a healthcare assistant. Gone are the days where if you're working in the care sector, I mean the healthcare sector, you go home with heavy salary at the end of the month. Those days have passed, those years have long gone. And I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 years ago. Those days, if you're working in the care sector, at the end of the month, you'll be smiling to the bank, because all the messy tasks that you have to complete during the month, there will be something to show for it, because then they pay well, they pay heavily. Could you believe that 10, 15, 20 years ago, if you're working in the care sector, your pay is like 3 times the minimum wage as at then? Can you imagine the pay then? That was when most people, even including the English people, go into the sector because of the pay. Even though the job is not easy, at the end of the day, it will all be worth it because of the pay. So yeah, I think it's something you should consider. I've given you the update. Like I would always say, do your research, just in case if I'm missing anything, you take action. The UK is really a very peculiar place where you have to work hard, but particularly work smart if you want to make it. You have to work smart whilst you are in the UK, and this comes with you doing research, exploring, and not sticking to one thing because you see other people doing it. Think about it. Don't just think about it. Please do take action. I will stop here for today. I hope you find today's video interesting and useful. Thank you so much for watching. As always, take care. Bye.